Hi there, welcome to my channel. I am Sneha Koilada, a trauma informed healer and shadow coach. I mastered the Freudian approach of dealing with today's problems through the lens of childhood trauma. And I also learned the Jungian approach to identify patterns of resistance in our present self that are keeping us from the future that we want. Our present hurts because of the past, our future hurts because of the present. How do we deal with all this as we go about our day to day life? What is the one small change that we can bring into our current routine without affecting our productivity, our duties, our daily life? I have good news, my friends. Art is that one change. There is no need for you to seek a 15-day retreat in the mountains, a 10-day breathwork challenge, a 28-day detox, a 49-day something something. This can be done today while you while time away in the commute, while you're waiting for your token number in the canteen, while you're waiting for members to gather before a meeting begins, while you're in a mood for a quick hello to the self. I hope that moment is now. What will I cover in this channel? Art Therapy by Sneha Koilada is very much my brainchild that was years in the making. 14 to be precise. I, Sneha Koilada, am a novelist who wrote my first novel at the age of 21. I had just turned 22 as I finished. No one taught me how to write a novel. I was self inspired and self gratified throughout the whole process. I wanted everyone to feel that feeling of self discovery, of self attainment, of aspiration that went beyond breath and body. I want I wanted everyone to know that gold is hiding within. Let us all excavate together. However, as a 22-year-old new adult, I didn't even know if what I was feeling was particularly unique. I wrote a novel without any kind of outside instruction and it felt great. Where did I get the knowledge, the emotional mastery required to write a novel at such a tender age? I started my spiritual journey with this question: self inquiry. Everyone begins their spiritual quest with self inquiry. I pursued yoga and attained the certified status of a yoga teacher. I pursued Vipassana. I became a lifelong meditator. I studied Taoism, Western philosophy, objectivism. I studied the Gita. I dove deep into Buddhist philosophy, the Four Noble Truths. I sought the refuge of the Buddha, the Sangha, the Dhamma. I wrote novels, truly huge books, expounding my various ideas and my loyalty to various philosophical schools of thought. I made my life decisions not by ideas of wealth and stability, but in order to balance the yin and yang and to make attainments in Advaita. I was very much like a monk living in the secular world. Years passed, a whole decade passed, before I decided to pick up my brush for the faith of healing. I spent over a decade asking people and myself what is stopping them from attaining a higher reality, from seeking a greater spiritual truth. The answer is simple: healing, or lack thereof. One must be whole in order to pursue the truth. Many of us have left parts of us in our childhood, in our trauma. Others are carrying shadows that are not themselves. They are operating in this world through shadows. It is time to reparent this wounded inner child. It is time to embrace these shadows and reconcile them with your true personality and character. It is time to redesign our consciousness in order to accommodate the golden truth that lies within. It is time to unleash our true potential into this world. So, how does this all work? All of you who found this channel must have encountered something in your life that made you feel stuck. You're waiting for that one big breakthrough for a problem that has siphoned energy from your entire adult life. Or perhaps you're stuck in a loop. You keep making the same decision over and over again, meeting the same type of person over and over again, falling into accident, debt, or betrayal over and over again. You're watching these kinds of videos, you know what you must do. You know you need to feel the pain. You know you need to sit with it, process pain, trauma, recognize it, realize it, admit it. Admit it to yourself that there was once such a time when your true self has been cut down like a tree. And when the branches grew from the stump, it was cut down again. When they grew again, you know you need to admit that the cycle of violence continued until the tree stump learned not to bloom again. This is where you need to go to heal. This is who you need to hug, the true self that you need to be in order to be whole again. You know this. However, you need a safe space to go be with yourself, to feel your body, all the emotions that flow through it. Feel where they are blocked, these emotions. How the blockages convert into pain, how pain converts to disease, fatigue, irritability, sleeplessness, mind fog. Where is all this coming from? I was not like this before. I need a safe space to retreat into, to concentrate all my mental energies, to refine my meditations, and to build my trance. I need a space. Welcome to art therapy. The blank canvas is your safe space. I will show you how. In Art Therapy with Sneha Koilada, a channel dedicated to healing the tired soul through art, you will find a simple and valuable technique that can be implemented anywhere, anytime, on any piece of dry surface, basically anything that you can write on or draw on. I call this technique draw the snake to draw the elephant. Draw the snake, as in use a pen to draw the snake to draw the elephant, as in attract it, bait it, bring it into your own self. Here, the elephant refers to intellect, not just any intellect, intellect that is stable, massive, and flexible, precisely like an elephant. Snake refers to the subconscious. During your art therapy with me, you will be accessing your subconscious using various prompts and repetitive patterns that you will be drawing with me. I am only providing a safe space for you to build a relationship with your subconscious. Within this relationship, you may find something that repels you. You may find something that scares you. You may even find something that gives you disease, causing instantaneous physical changes within. How will you handle it? I am not there by your side to hold your hand. So here's a small mantra for you. Rat for mobility, elephant for stability. Rat for mobility, elephant for stability. What happens during art therapy using my snake and elephant technique is that the subconscious mind comes to the surface in order to play. And within the subconscious are the four primal emotions. The foremost of the four primal emotions is none other than confusion. Imagine an ocean, a vast, unending ocean whose origin we cannot see at all. And one wave in the ocean is about to meet the shore. This wave is confusion. The wave following this wave is the second primal emotion, fear. The wave following fear is the third primal emotion, anger. Anger follows fear, follows confusion. If you are able to prevent confusion, you are able to prevent both fear and anger. This is the reason for choosing to build an intellect as massive as an elephant. In my art therapy, you will learn how to engage the subconscious in a fruitful dialogue using predetermined visual language. That is, for the duration of the lesson, if I say A straight line represents a rigid mind, then that is what it will mean. I will use visual language to help you maneuver through difficult emotional expressions such as fear, anger, and love. When you practice the lessons on your own, you will find that visiting difficult memories has suddenly become a lot easier. As long as the pen tip touches the paper, you might as well be invincible. So, rat for mobility, elephant for stability. You have now become mobile in traversing the lens of your consciousness. Childhood trauma, school life abuse, abuse in romantic life, heartbreaks, abuse in workplace, and other kind of psychological abuse such as narcissistic abuse, abandonment, attachment wounds. You will be able to run your mind through all of that and more with the speed of a rat chasing cheese. And then at some point you would have filled the paper on the or the canvas. At some point you would have filled the paper. Elephant for stability. Your heavy yet flexible intellect is waiting to seat you on a steady, purposeful, inside driven ride. Yes, my friends, draw the snake to draw the elephant is a technique that works like a charm in drawing the intellect towards oneself. Other coaches would have promised you a calm mind. Monks may have promised you to cut down your ego. Seers may have promised you the collective consciousness to replace your own with the oneness. But I promise you none of these things. I promise you intellect through art. Draw the snake to draw the elephant is a technique I've been developing since I was 16 years old. 20 years in the making, this is one simple art form that can be embraced by anyone and everyone. The spirituality of intellect is now open to all. Jnana Yoga, as they say in the four parts of yoga. So, thank you for watching this video. If you think this may be interesting to others as well, like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world.